Roleplay Retcon does not own any part of the movies we retcon, nor are we associated with the artists who make them. Also, while most episodes are safe for all listeners, please do check the individual episode descriptions for any content warnings.
Just a heads up, Alex's mic fouled up just moments into this recording session, and he didn't have a backup handy, and we couldn't reschedule this, so he's just coming through his webcam mic or something. It's not ideal, but it's also not the worst. Like, it's not super unpleasant to hear. So I just wanted to let you know that that's what's going on with Alex in this episode. The soundtrack for this episode features Potion Cellar. You can find them on Spotify, and Cellar is spelled with a C. Welcome to Roleplay Retcon, the podcast that remakes the movies that lets you down.
I'm Jen C.
And I'm Benjamin Gray. He, him. You can call me Ben. We are the core cast of Roleplay Retcon, and we have a very cool announcement. As of this episode, we are the newest members of the One Shot Network.
Woo!
And to celebrate, we've invited two folks, Zad and Briana from Gamewoven, the second newest show on the One Shot Network.
There's a lot of good shows on that network, and we're there too.
The flagship podcast, the One Shot podcast, there's System Mastery. There's several really great shows that are going to be announced in the weeks to come. I think we can all say we're a little humbled to be alongside them, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, just keep pinching myself. I know Zad's just over the fucking moon.
We got to record with James to promote Oh Captain, My Captain, which, like, both of those episodes ended up in the main feed. But when I was the one anchoring the recording, I was so goddamn nervous the entire 2 days leading up to it. You have no idea. James has been a hero forever. One Shot's been huge for me. Being a part of it now is positively insane.
So many gods we're rubbing shoulders with. But here's the thing. I think we can confidently say that Roleplay Retcon and Gamewoven have the two best premises on the network. We have the best hooks. I want you guys to tell everyone about Gamewoven. It's such a cool concept.
Zad, go.
Okay, yeah. So the tagline we generally use for the show is Gamewoven is a collaborative storytelling collective building a world one game at a time. I think maybe the most familiar to the most people, if you listened to the Adventure Zone Earthsea, where they started off with The Quiet Year. Obviously, this idea was borrowed from Friends of the Table, who did it with their Marielda season. But and also throughout that show is just taking a break from the main game to play something else to either establish setting or just tell a different kind of story. It's something that people have been doing forever. It's not exactly the most novel or new or different idea to do a different game, because different games tell different kinds of stories. But what it is or what we decided to do is do all of that, play a different game as a break from the main game, except there is no main game.
Yeah, there is no main game, and we twist things together. We're currently doing an arc where we run a game to build a place, do a season of A Quiet Year, run a game to build a place, do another season of A Quiet Year. It's the whole arc. And when we were building Pantheons, the 5 core people at the time, we got tables of our own together, ran different games, and then once all the games were done, we got together to talk about what we created and figure out how it all works together.
Yeah, the divine situation, the situation of divinity in the Gamewoven world is a mess, but that's what we were going for, honestly.
We also have a plethora of god-killing knives, specifically knives.
So many
which
knives.
Is really funny.
So many knives that kill gods, specifically knives.
That's how I kill my gods.
Yeah. We also got one beaten to death by a rock. That was a fun god death. Yeah, the rest of the cast, kind of our executive producer, primary frontman, the one who you're going to see most of the time on Twitter is Ben, or TT Benjamin. We've also got Rob B. Rowling and Lex, call me they on Twitter. And then Emily is the most recent addition. She's our lore keeper, and they can be found at As Was Foretold.
What we do here is we remake bad movies, flop movies. I don't like to use the word bad because I'm really not making the judgment call here. It was lambasted by critics. I don't think it made much money. We're going to remake An American Werewolf in Paris, a spiritual sequel to An American Werewolf in London. American Werewolf in London is kind of a classic. American Werewolf in Paris, I think a lot of people maybe don't even know it exists.
I sure didn't.
You do not have to watch either of those movies to enjoy our remake, but it can enhance the experience if you watch it before or after listening to this. What did you guys think? The people that have seen An American Werewolf in Paris, what did you think?
I enjoyed the experience of watching it. I could have done without the immediately falling in love with random lady at first sight on the Eiffel Tower before she goes to kill herself. It just, that wasn't my favorite thing. And also, like, you're just, like, someone so pretty who doesn't deserve to be so sad. I'm like, that's the one thing I hated.
Extremely cheesy.
Otherwise, I was just like, hey, it's got some interesting stuff. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it.
I didn't care for it.
So Ben is not here to make the judgment call, but
it's not me not liking it isn't the reason we're doing it. I just agree.
I mean, I was pretty sure that there's enough good ideas that if they had actually developed any collection of maybe 2 or 3 of them, they might have been able to make a good movie. But they did not do a third pass on this script, and it barely needed at least 5 or 6 more of them. Like, there were a shocking number of pieces that I liked, and some performances that I really liked, and boy, none of it hangs together, does it? And like the ghost thing gets brought up and never really pays off. As much fun as that is, the villains end up being functionally werewolf Nazis, but that never really actually gets legs. It's
not one that I would necessarily pay to go see, but I wouldn't mind just like kicking back with popcorn and watching it with someone just like poke fun at it.
Yeah, so this is the sequel to American Werewolf in London, but I think if you watched each of them, you would, and Zad actually mentioned that they had this problem that you couldn't tell that this one was the sequel because I felt like it looked a lot worse. I did watch American Werewolf in London, and I was like, wow, when I was a kid, I was like, wow, it looks so cool. Like, the werewolves look so cool, right? And
don't they use practical effects?
Cool.
They use practical effects for the werewolves in that one, right? Because the CG werewolves were bad.
They were bad.
They should not have done that.
Now, I'll give you the one spooky thing I really liked was when the guy that beeps it real early, he's looking down that sewer tunnel, and Brad, that's right. He's looking down the sewer tunnel, and the eyes like just glint, and I was like, that was actually good. That's some good cinematography. They got one good shot in this movie.
I've never seen a werewolf movie. There was not a high bar it was trying to beat.
I've never seen a werewolf.
Oh, Ben, you should get out more.
Not if there's werewolves out.
Yeah, werewolves are cool. They're fine.
We're going to remake An American Werewolf in Paris using a game called Die Laughing by Craig Campbell, which is made for making like a horror comedy movie-ish thing. So kind of perfect for this podcast, I think. It's a GM-less game. We've all chosen a character archetype, and there's a ton. There's like 50. And we all have 4 traits: body, brains, mouth, and spirit. High numbers are bad. And you make trait rolls with 6d6.
66 what?
I really was hoping you had gotten that joke out of your system off mic, but no.
But I didn't do it on mic.
There's also 2 quirks per character to choose from, and each quirk has like kind of an active ability called a trick and a passive one called a quality. So there's actually effectively 2 versions of each character archetype, which means there's like 100 characters to play as. You can use your trick twice over the course of the game. We also have 2 pieces of inventory called stuff that we can use twice. That'll just like make our rolls a little sweeter. So yeah, let's go around and introduce our characters. Let's start with Zad.
Yeah, I am going to be playing Chris probably. His name is Chris, last name probably. Chris is, I've got his height down to 5'6", short king, playing the jock archetype. In college, he really, really wanted to play volleyball. It's just like, and he's really good. He's very, very good at most things in volleyball. He is also 5'6", which hampered his prospects as time went on, which was a little bit of a bummer. But still stays in just incredible shape. I've got like ages to mid-20s, although clearly played by somebody in their 30s. And just kind of a lot of... I chose of the 2 archetype, like sub-archetypes, I chose the larger-than-life side of things. So... more personality as opposed to sport.
Briana.
My character's name is Jane Doe. She's 5'9". Hard to guess her age. It just depends on who you ask. She's definitely like one of those, played by one of those actresses they don't age, but could play any age. And I'm using the archetype of the person who knows they're in a movie. So, fun thing about Jane Doe is her quirk is she's a horror movie buff.
Do you do a lot of like Fleabag style looking in the camera at the audience?
Yes.
So this is like direct address as opposed to more the Scream route of, hey, we're just going to lampshade the tropes, but still treat it as, diegetic as opposed to like direct fourth wall breaks.
This is taking self-insert character to a new level.
Alex.
I'm French detective Bartholomew Von Cleef.
Nice.
I am a cop. My quirk is old, though I am 37 years of age.
Jency.
I am playing Charles McCheesy, but please call me Chuckles. And Chuckles is a stoner. He's in his lower 20s, but also played by someone clearly in their 30s, as you did in the 90s, and still today, largely, weirdly. He's also a short king at 5'7", and his quirk is that he is charismatic. So he's got a silver tongue, and he can talk his way out of stuff.
And I am Raniel Dadcliffe. 38, looks 45. I'm a 45-year-old being played by a 38-year-old. And I am the office drone. I'm a klutzy office drone. I can get lucky sometimes. My trick is called Sad Trombone.
Womp womp.
Yep, I womp womp, and I describe like my ineptitude, but I still automatically succeed despite that. Like I fail upwards. It's so funny.
That's amazing.
It's so funny. Well, we got so many he's up in here.
So many he's up in here.
Maybe Chuckles is going to be a they. I'm changing it.
There's also like a million monsters in this that we can choose from. There was one werewolf, and so I think I'm just going to take that as a sign. That's our monster. Our monster is the rabid werewolf. This werewolf is rabid, but not with rabies. Instead, it is a rabid fan of some pop culture phenomenon. This says the youngest player picks the phenomenon. So everyone lie about your age real quick. I am 21.
I'm 97.
I mean, I'm 938, but,
I lost count like a long time ago.
Sounds like Ben.
Sure, I'll do it. I think it should be Hello Kitty. I think that'd be really funny.
Yes. Yes.
We could also do something that's like super American to sort of like vaguely fit with the vibe of the movie of apparently werewolves think Americans are delicious.
Man, our meat's got to be marbled, though,
Yeah.
Like, we got to be, I don't know, we might be that Wagyu.
Might be that Wagyu. So we're going to go through a bunch of scenes that the game book lays out for us. And each scene has a director and a lead. The director introduces the scene, has some other like director-like responsibilities, and the lead character is the star of the scene. So you just decide who wants to be the first lead. Whoever wants to be the first lead, say it.
Zad.
I've been volunteered.
So, director, Alex, start us off with a bit of narration. Paint us a word picture.
Paris, 1941.
Tight.
No, please.
41.
Time flashes forward to modern day. We are squared up, a nice wide shot of the Eiffel Tower. Just its feet, but it pans up, all the way to the top. And what's the top? Chris, probably.
So the lead will always be in the scene, but the director's character will never be in the scene. Unless...
Did I put my character in the scene?
No, I'm just telling you, Alex, God.
Sounds like I'm getting chastised for nothing that I've done.
I am helping you succeed.
I mean, we're all gonna die anyway, so...
So unless the director's character is the only one left, aside from the lead, or the only one left. We're doing Scene 9, Investigate a Noise. The setup is the characters investigate a strange or unexpected noise. The strange noise is never a cat. The director plays the part of the noise.
Kerplunk!
So kerplunk.
Kerflunk, it's French.
Kerflunk!
Kerflunk?
Chris, who's been leaning against the rail on the Eiffel Tower, looking out at the view, letting the as the wind blows through his exceptionally thick and well feathered
American hair.
Yeah, just kind of big, thick hair going on, enjoying the breeze. Here's the kerflunk, and like head pops up. It's like, do you guys see what that was? And starts looking around. I think
The camera pans to...
we're gonna say that Jane Doe and Chuckles are in the scene. Dadcliffe, if you want to make an appearance, pop in. But I think we're on this trip together.
How do we know each other? Are we a family? Do I work at the same place? Maybe.
For drinking buddies and someone lost a bet.
How would you lose? Was losing the bet going to Paris?
Yeah.
Was the bet being friends with Randall?
The loser had to pay for it.
Oh my God! That's such
Jesus.
high stakes.
It's a big bet.
That's a terrible bet.
And I think it's you. I think you were the loser, Ben. And I'm not gonna say that we conned you into this.
I think I'm also having a major case of Paris syndrome. I'm bored by everything in my life, and it turns out that Paris is no better. I'm like, I didn't hear anything, Chris. I'm just trying to muster the interest in looking over this. What time of day is it?
The time of day
Yeah.
is sunny and partly cloudy. It's also 9 p.m.
I just sigh and I go, I didn't hear anything, Chris.
I mean, I'm just going to pretend that it was a bird that ran into something, because I don't think going to investigate strange noises, even in the middle of the day, is the best idea.
Oh man, a bird. It could still be alive.
Flash. It's
All right.
now nightfall.
Whoa. I guess it's because we're high up, maybe? Yeah, that would
it's
make
gotta
sense.
be it. Yeah, I mean,
The tower is soon illuminated by the full moon.
man, that one looks even bigger than the one 3 days ago.
And I think it's just because we're high up. I think it's the same thing. We're much closer to the moon.
Brett, do you ever think that you'd be here? You'd ever be in Paris, standing on the Eiffel Tower, looking at a blue moon? It's a blue moon. You know, when you got a blue moon, everybody knows what that is, where it's 2 blue moons within a month. The last one was 3 days ago. Here's this one here. This is incredible.
Kerflunk gets louder.
Chuckles, you got a beat on where that bird might have gone? We should probably go help it.
Yeah, I think I heard it behind me? Is it? Wait. To the right. I think it's west?
West.
Take it back now, y'all.
3 hops this time.
I feel like we've worked towards the conflict. We're investigating a noise. This is sort of the apex of when things could go bad or fine for us. So, this is a brains scene, and the target number is 4.
The number in brains is the number of dice you want to come up with the target number.
Wait, so the higher your brains, the
high
more
is bad.
force?
Yeah, higher numbers are bad.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
so you roll. We all have 6 dice. I think for the sake of time, I actually think we should take a die out of this. Just go ahead and take a die out and make it 5 dice. We might run out of time if we don't do that.
You wanted to kill me faster, Ben?
I want to kill us all faster.
I'm gonna die immediately.
That may happen. I may regret that, but we'll see. So everyone roll 5 dice. It was a rough plane ride over.
Do we all roll, or is it just the lead that rolls for this?
Everyone that's in the scene does. So
not me.
Alex. Yeah, Alex wouldn't. Right.
Haha.
Every character that's in the scene does. So you want to roll all your dice. This is your life pool. That's what your dice are. And so your character rating is how many hits you got to get, like Briana said. And if you pass, you succeed. And if you don't, you fail. And you get to kind of interpret what that means when we get there. But it will probably be a brains-ish thing. So go ahead and roll. Everyone roll. 4. The target number is 4. You want to get 4...
You want to hit 4 however many times.
Yeah, 4 or more. We're going to go through one at a time, and you're going to reveal whether you succeed or fail, and we'll go in that turn order. So starting with Zad, did you succeed or did you fail, Zad?
Shockingly, for having a brains of 4, I have in fact succeeded.
How do you think that went for you? And Alex, you also get to kind of chime in on this, too.
Chris brings this enthusiasm and kind of puppy dog energy, so... he's kind of like darting around this platform on the Eiffel Tower. You just like popping out of weird places and being like, "Yep, all right, no bird over here. Didn't find a bird up here." And then I guess like eventually manages to climb into a weird spot, and his head is like sticking down through the framework of it. Like, Alex, as the director, what would Chris see?
How I imagine it is Chris has lathered everyone into, roped everyone in to go look for this sound. And you've all gone in went in separate directions. And Chris picked the direction it was not and found absolutely nothing.
Oh.
Which is the safest option when you're up against scary sounds.
So he succeeded by not finding the thing.
Like, you see his eyes light up, like, oh, I found something.
You found a necklace.
A yin-yang necklace? I used to have one of these things when I was a kid. These things are the coolest.
All right, so, Zad, because you succeeded, you pick one of us, and we lose one of our dice.
Oh.
Harsh?
Well, okay.
And I already lost, so just take mine.
Well, you don't want to do that, Tinsy, because when you lose, you just lose one of your dice.
Oh. Is this a permanent thing? This is a forever thing.
Yep.
Ben, I will never forgive you for this.
Jane, I'm gonna pull one of the dice from you.
Fair, but rude.
Tinsy, did you succeed or fail?
I failed.
All right, so go ahead and remove one of your dice.
Goodbye, dice.
And then you and Alex decide how that manifests in this scene.
Chuckles, yeah, they did hear like a noise over here, and I think it is a bird. And so they went and they looked, and they did find a bird.
But it was in the mouth of a werewolf.
But it was in the mouth of a werewolf.
He's not going to attack. He's got a bird in its mouth.
Just noshing on this French
They're
bird.
snacking.
Just notched on this French bird. It's like a little bird in a baguette.
Oh, hey man, sorry. You do your thing, okay, brother? And they're just gonna walk back.
Oh, hey, I
Look
found
around.
a yin-yang necklace.
Oh, dude, that's so cool. I found a bird, but there's like this, I don't know. It looked kind of like a person, but they had a lot of teeth and fur, and like a dog also, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I've heard. I mean, like, it's probably not true. I mean, maybe it is true now that you're. But like, I've heard things about the French people not shaving. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I didn't hear they were eating pigeons, though. Did you know that?
eating all kinds of stuff. I think I saw somebody who had pigeon on the menu.
And Chuckles moves away from the werewolf.
All right, Brianna, did you succeed or fail?
I did succeed, but Chris probably has pushed me closer to death.
All right, so pick someone for them to lose a die.
Hey, Zad.
I mean, I had it coming.
Jane is trying to figure out where the noise is coming from to stay away from the noise.
Jane, on your way to get out, you find the source of the noise, and it is a chain with a big padlock that's been broken that's slamming against the grate of the tower that was closing off this way up, and the gate door is now open.
I'm starting to wonder if Chuck actually saw a werewolf or if Chuck is just stoned.
I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
Jane just is going to text the group chat. Looks like the gate just blew open. It's probably fine. I'm heading back to the hotel.
When you send that, like the next thing that comes up in the chat is a picture of like the necklace, the yin yang necklace on Chris's chest.
Brandon looks at his phone. He's like, I didn't get a text. I'm the final one. I did succeed. I have Brains is one of my better ones, and I just barely tied it with 2 6s. So I succeed. Since I'm the last one in the scene, maybe I could be the person that like moves us on from it. So someone told me that the gate blew open. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, let's go get something to eat.
Ah, jeez. Not pigeons though, man. I don't want it.
Randall, you see something shining.
Ooh.
You stoop to pick it up, and it is half of a heart necklace, like the hearts that are like broken down the center, and it just says Ver.
Burr?
Ver, V-E-R.
Alex is setting up a lot of Chekhov's guns here that will never fire.
Never.
So I'm like, oh, cool. I found a cool necklace. None of you found a cool necklace.
Oh, no.
I put it on. Like, I put it on. I've got someone's half of a BFF necklace, and it's like, it's mine. It's mine now. I'm going to pretend like I have a friend.
I heard that's cursed, man. That's got someone's soul in it.
Gross.
And you all
cut
leave
that.
the tower and head toward a French McDonald's.
Nah, dude, I'm not breaking boycott. Let's go to French Burger King.
Yeah. We can get a Royale with cheese.
A Royale with cheese!
What we do now is we're just going to go down the list. We keep doing this act until one of us is dead, or at least 2 people have 3 or less dice.
Yeah, because it gets different scenes for different acts, and we're still in Act 1.
Yeah, and now Zad is the director, and Jincy is the lead. All right, so Zad, roll me 2d6 and add them together and tell me what you get.
I got a 9.
Do it again.
That's my number.
1 moment.
Did you get a 9 again? Maybe 9 is like the most like
7.
Most
It's 7 by a
Yeah,
lot.
so it's 7.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I got a. This is a 7. A far more likely roll.
Well, that's I assume Craig Campbell knew that because monster attack is what comes up on 7.
Hooray!
Yay! Oh, God.
Monster attacks work a little different when we do our roll. Okay. So the monster has their own target numbers, and it's body of 5, brains of 3, mouth of 3, spirit of 4. So and when the monster attacks and we do our roll, you get to pick which thing you roll, but you have to beat like the monster's target number for that stat. Director, you can force one character to enter this scene before trait checks are made, and you'll narrate how or why the character shows up. And the setup is you set up a scene that makes sense based on what has come before. You choose when the monster attacks.
So we've gotten dinner and now we're like walking back, and Chris is like, "Oh, no, I'm just gonna like I'll just pop into this bar here and see if we can get directions. Don't just give me a second." And so stops next to an alleyway, and then disappears into a bar in complete disregard of the fact that it is, of course, modern day. We could just put it into the GPSs. The alleyway itself is flanked by 2 street lamps. So the area that you're standing in front of it, and the brick street and all of that is illuminated. Behind you is this massive black, until suddenly, slowly, 2 kind of glowing eyes open, and then kind of slowly materializing is a set of teeth that gleam in the moonlight.
Hey, what is it though, Zad?
What is it?
Yeah, what is it though?
It walks out into the light and goes, "Hello, I'm Bartholomew, a French detective. I just had my teeth whitened. What do you think?"
Very dashing. Slowly puts knife back in pocket.
I appreciate that. I'd hate to arrest you. I am a French detective after all. I'm investigating murders. Have you seen any?
Any murders?
Yeah, murders. Have you seen any murders?
Like on TV?
No, in real life.
Man, I saw a murder. It was a bird murder. Does that count?
A birder.
Oh, is that what birding means?
Birders are what they sell at the French McDonald's.
There's a cutaway shot. We get like an X-ray shot of Chuckles' bag, and inside there's a considerable amount of weed.
Oh, I got the stuff. Oh, yeah.
Are you sniffing the weed, Alex?
Is that La Ganja I smell?
La Ganja?
We haven't seen any murders. Is that like a common problem around here? Has that problem been increasing recently?
Lately, yes. Especially around, let me check my notes, full moons.
Do they seem to be targeting any specific kind of people?
Mostly ones that were alive and then end up dead afterward.
So Chuckles is going to like, that's cool, man. Good luck with that. And then just like slowly back away. So my trick is to talk my way out. I'm just gonna leave the scene. Can I leave the scene if I'm the main character?
Yeah, you could still try. You could still try to leave, and that would give Zad something to work with.
Going toward the darkness.
You back your way into the darkness, and we get that shot, like, kind of close on your face as the shadows kind of fall over and consume you. And the sounds of everybody else talking sort of fade and recede into the background. As that sound dies out, we lose any of the street traffic and the sound of crickets and anything else that might be going on. The loud sounds from the bars.
Romantic accordion music.
It falls to complete silence, and then slowly, kind of moving up in the mix, you hear...
People are having sex in this alley.
Oh my god, I must have gotten like really out of breath. Hold on, let me hold my breath.
You thought it was you? You thought it was you?
As you hold your breath, suddenly the werewolf comes loping in from in front of the alleyway, just across, and just completely sideswipes Randall and like knocks him sprawling as it runs through. And this is going to be where we want to roll for the monster attack as we start describing who's doing what.
I'm actually going to use my trick, which is I'm going to use sad trombone.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. So we've already said he like hit me, and I fall into a dumpster.
Nice.
The smell of rotten cheese has masked my scent.
Raniel's been hit into the air, lands into a dumpster, which like the lid slams closed, like onto a bunch of trash bags with an oof. Lid slams closed. Chuckles, the girls who were making out in the alleyway next to you are like, was that a werewolf?
And the other girl is like desperate to keep making out. She's like, no, it's just a big dog. Come on, come back.
I thought that was just a really hairy person.
That's too much hair.
Not in France, it's not.
Yeah, no, maybe that werewolf?
Okay, we're in one of those. Okay, God, now I know what.
I was about to say, I think you're stealing Jane Doe's thunder to just be like, it's a werewolf. All right. So what did you get? What did you get, Chuckles?
Chuckles succeeded.
So how did you use your mouth?
Yes, That's what I am currently trying to figure out.
Efficiently.
Man, werewolf. That's so cool. You know, I love how much werewolves are like the coolest people, and they definitely leave me alone because I ate a bunch of garlic and that's pretty rancid. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm sorry, is Chuck getting vampires and werewolves mixed up?
The werewolf like walks back into frame at the front of the alleyway and looks over at you.
Sorry, man, I'm no good. Thank you though. Goodbye.
Let's go to Jane.
I rolled with brains and I succeeded, and I'm like, cool, we're in one of those movies. I'm currently hiding behind the dumpster, so it can't smell me. And I have my silver dagger out just in case.
All right, Bartholomew, what did you like? It's looking around. It doesn't see Jane. Doesn't see Raniel's decided that Chuckles is fine.
And Bartholomew got 3 successes over body and just makes himself look really big. Like, I know how to deal with bears.
The werewolf like turns towards you and snarls, and then just like looms up with its shoulders and its arms down and stares at you.
I step on top of Raniel to make myself even bigger.
But I'm in the dumpster.
I step on top of Raniel in the dumpster to make myself look bigger.
As the werewolf is trying to make themself look bigger than you, you go to start climbing up on the dumpster, and like we see Raniel's hand like pushing out from the top just as soon as you're stepping on the lid, and it's just like bang, hits it, and Raniel drops back in, and you're standing up on the dumpster, and the werewolf comes up, and it's like it's almost as tall as you, and it gets like real close, and it's like stretching up, and it's getting like way up on their tippy toes, trying to look bigger than you, but you're on top of a dumpster, man.
Literally, you're on top of a dumpster, man.
The werewolf absolutely deflates and sulks its way down the alleyway, brushes past Chuckles, reaches into I think it's wearing the traditional purple shorts that you get transforming
the Hulk
creatures,
shorts.
yeah, and it reaches into a pocket and pulls this little Hello Kitty plushie out. The 2 girls that were making out, and Chuckles see it as it's walking past. It's just like, oh, they're too big and smelly. Not a good tasty snack. Like, kind of moves the doll as the doll's talking back to it. It's like, oh, it's okay. You're still big and strong and scary. I'm big and strong and scary. Weird man, cool, always bigger. It just mumbles to itself as it disappears down the alleyway.
And that's how you win a fight against a werewolf. Action, thrills.
All of a sudden, and then just stepping out of the bar, Chris comes out and is just like carrying a tray of shots for everyone. It's just like, what? Oh, hey, I'm Chris. Do you know where my friends are?
I'm Bartholomew Von Cleef, and your friends are in that alleyway. Have you seen any murders?
I mean, I'm about to murder these shots.
Hell yeah, brother. Let me help you with that.
Everybody who succeeded, we need to pull 1 die from one of the other players.
Let's just start with the lead, Jency.
Who has not lost any dice yet?
I have not.
Raniel hasn't.
Neither is Bartholomew.
Oh, Alex, you're turkey. I think I'm gonna take one from the cop. No offense.
Shinsi, do I have to make myself look big?
No, but it's a character choice. It's not a Jincy choice. You know that you're my favorite.
Jency loves cops.
No one's ever said that.
Jane Doe.
Probably Raniel, because you are currently you are currently in a dumpster, unable to get out, and that's bad for your health.
Oh yeah, it's me. Yeah, fuck the police. Lose another one, Alex.
Wow.
Whoa.
You know what? Right back at you, Raniel. Lose another one.
Alex, do you and I both have 3 dice now?
Correctamundo.
So, we're going to move into Act 2. The scenes are different. And Act 2 will end when half the characters, rounded up, are wrapped, which means dead, or all of us have 3 life or less.
I'm the director, and Briana is the lead.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, roll me 2d6, Jency.
Oh, guess what? I got 7.
Hey!
Is it a monster attack?
It's the same thing. You can force one character to enter the scene before trait checks are made, and you narrate how and why the character shows up, and you choose when the monster attacks. So set us up. Don't worry about transitions. Smash cut to whatever you want to do.
Smash cut to the next night.
Will this still be a full moon? Is that how that works?
Yes, because that's what's happening now, apparently. Remember, we just had the other one 3 nights ago, so yeah, 2 nights in a row. The moon is an illusion. It's a construct.
The moon is broken.
Jeez, how do people write werewolf stories if things can only happen once a month in them?
So the next night, man, they have all been just living it up all day, drinking all of the best French wine that Raniel's money can buy. And oh, poor Chuckles is just sick. They are so sick. They're just like Rolfing in the bathroom. Ralphing?
Rolfing. Like the dog
They're
from the Muppets, yeah. You're playing piano, you're telling jokes while you do it, you're Rolfing.
They're puking it up in the bathroom. And they're like, Jane, please help me. Oh my God, Jane, I'm dying. Jane.
Maybe to like go to the store and get you something, or
oh my God, can you please? I'm dying. Please, Jane.
This is the best character you've ever played. You're suspiciously good at this.
Which is funny because I'm not a stoner.
Sure.
Prove it. Don't do any drugs right now.
Oh, damn. I've never seen anybody not do drugs like that before.
Yeah, Jane walks out of the bathroom and says, anyone want to go with me trip to the corner store?
I'll go.
Why are you staying with us again?
I got lonely.
Why is Barth in our hotel
Rolf
room?
loves cops, and we became best friends, like, overnight. I don't know why I said Rolf. Raniel. You got Rolf in my hand. Raniel and Barth became best friends.
Raniel, you actually see a glint on Bartholomew's chest. And he opens his shirt, and you see the other half of the heart-shaped pendant that says 4E.
Mine says Ver, right?
Yeah.
VER, 4E, Ver. Oh, it's forever. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. I was like, Vorf?
Yeah, and you hear Chuckles in the bathroom. Thank you, Jane. I love you. And then just violently heave.
Brandon's not like a great guy. I think between being with his new best friend and staying with a sick person, he would probably go with his new best friend.
Don't worry. I've got my service revolver, and I pull out a gun.
Raniel says, is that? And then he says exactly what the model, like, name and number is, or whatever.
A 1917 Webley? You're correct.
Chris is going to be hanging out with Chuckles, so that Chuckles doesn't die alone.
Thanks, buddy.
So as Jane is leading the 2 new best buddies down to the corner store, or perhaps trying to like keep mostly between-ish them, just in case.
I don't think I'd like that. I think I would be like constantly like annoyed that you keep getting between me and Barth.
We're just like trying to put our necklace together through Jane.
You get a little turned around. This is the first time you've really been in the city.
Not me. I'm a French detective.
Yeah, but I think you're too preoccupied with being BFFs and linking your necklace with Raniel.
Jane is just desperately hoping whoever wrote this horror movie doesn't bury their gays.
You do find your way in a pretty dark part of town. There aren't a lot of street lights here for some reason, and you are next to an old junkyard, and all of a sudden you hear a very aggressive barking sound followed by a whine.
Jency killed a dog.
I didn't kill a dog! Stop
Jency
it! It
killed a
hasn't
dog.
happened! I didn't kill it! You can't prove it!
Dog wants to come out and play.
Well, I'm just gonna ignore that and just keep walking.
Yeah, no, we're just keep walking.
No, we have to We have to investigate it. It could be a murder.
Why don't we maybe get more backup?
It'll be fine. Barth is here and he has the gun from Indiana Jones.
And
right.
you all happen to be right next to the gate. And the gate is not locked.
If you two gentlemen would like to lead the way, by all means.
He does. He kicks open the gate.
It does. It kicks open easily.
It is so kicked.
He's got a service revolver in one hand and a flashlight with low batteries in the other.
Raniel is just like holding his hands like a gun.
That's right, buddy. Keep it up.
Yeah, so you all are creeping along. There's tons of pallets, wooden pallets, and also cars and trucks and an overgrown area. So the visibility is not great in here. But you're creeping along, and all of a sudden, you hear and see a very large dog run past you and run out the open gate behind you.
I guess it was just a dog. Yeah, just a dog. Okay.
Didn't kill the dog.
Yep, see, everything's fine. Let's leave now. Let's go.
This is the perfect moment to let our guard down and put my gun away.
Yep, and as you turn to leave, you face toward the gate, you put all of your weapons away, and behind you, you hear a very sinister growl.
Is it a werewolf? Is a werewolf attacking us?
I mean, if you want to look at it, you turn around and look at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a werewolf. Same one you saw the other night.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see shit.
It's got a red bow in its hair.
All right, so Briana, you're gonna go first. I think is how this works.
Yeah.
And the werewolf info is still there. So what are you rolling?
I am rolling with body because I am going to do a stab with my silver dagger, and I succeeded. As I realized we aren't going to be able to escape before it catches up with us, you just see Jane dashes forward, kind of like goes around and just plunges the dagger into one of the legs, pulls it out, and then just zips right back so it can't catch up as quickly. And as I run by the 2 men, I'm like, we're leaving now.
It's turned into like a human leg again. Like it's just got like one short, like one human leg is like way shorter than everything else.
Ew. Ben, that's so gross.
What? No,
That's
it's funny.
I don't know why a human leg is gross in this situation, but it
Because
is.
it's naked.
I don't want to see that.
Yes, naked. You don't like feet? Not a feet person?
It's not even that. It's just, that's weird body horror that just happened.
I'm so sorry.
No, she just stabs it. It starts bleeding a bit.
Oh.
And it screams.
Well, I'm going to leave it in. It doesn't happen, fine. It's not canon, but the audience heard my good idea.
Yes, the audience can hear that. Maybe we should do a trigger warning of her body horror.
It's not body, it's just you specifically body. Fine, I will. I mean, there's going to be...
No,
There's gonna be,
I can't be the only one weirded out by
There's going to be
this.
so many content warnings on this one. So...
But Briana, Jane, the werewolf does not get Jane. It screams, its werewolf scream, and howls, and limps around and looks at the other two guys.
Who's losing to die?
I'm gonna say probably the person that doesn't have a gun. I'm sorry, Daniel. The one who is unarmed.
I
Yes, Ben.
chose mouth. It's my best one, and I did succeed. And so I used mouth by jumping behind Barth and saying, "Save me! Save me! Save me, Mr. Cop!"
I will.
I think fuck the police, though. A thing that Raniel may want to literally do.
He might not get a chance, though, because Barth failed.
You get a point for playing the game right, Alex. It doesn't do anything, but you just get a point.
I rolled spirit because I figured I'd change it up, and I only got one success. I was supposed to get 2. So I figured he's like, well, I'll just make myself big again. But now he's got Hello Kitty stilts, so...
So are you down to 1 now?
Down to 1.
Here we go. If your character's life pool is reduced to 1, your character is considered to be wrapped. Give your final die away to another player who still has dice left in their life pool.
Bartholomew gets mauled, and the werewolf runs off. And Bartholomew, coughing up blood, looks up and goes, "Raniel! Raniel!"
I'm here.
And he takes his necklace off and hands it to you.
We'll always have Vorf.
Bleh.
No!
So Alex, you've given Ben
I've
your
given
die.
Ben my die.
Oh my god, my character sucks so much. Why? We don't want
You
him
need
to...
all the help you can get.
So, but here's the really fun part, Alex. This is probably the coolest mechanic of the game. When your character is wrapped, you get a number of producer points equal to the number of players left at the table with characters that have not yet wrapped, which is everyone. So you get 4 producer points. You can do a number of things. You can mess with us.
There's some fun stuff in there.
All right. Briana's our director. Oh, and I'm the lead. I'm the most important boy in the world. All right. Roll me 2d6, Briana.
That's an 8.
The chase.
Hey, this is perfect.
The dice have a story. The dice know what's going on.
All right. Setup. The characters are engaged in some sort of chase. The characters could be chasing each other, the cops could be involved, or the monster could be doing the chasing. Or the characters could be chasing the monster. In director, you can cause a monster attack at any time during this scene.
We'll see, but as you are running and you are trying to keep up with Jane, but you lose her. She's gone. She's fast. You're not fast, but you are attempting to find your way back to the hotel where your remaining friends are, where you hope Jane is going. I think you're getting lost, and as you're running, you just keep thinking of what happened to your friends, trying to get that image out of your head. And you can still hear the growling. And it takes you a minute to realize you're not just remembering the growling. The reason you can still hear it is there's another wolf. And it's coming, chasing after you. Except for it's not really coming quickly. It's stalking you. It's having fun.
The growl.
I'm not having fun.
And if it's not fun for everybody, then it's not fun.
Okay, I'm really bad at running, but what if I kept running down the alleys of Paris until I got to a dead end?
Let's see the roll to see if you are able to find your way back or if you just get lost. Or see if you're able to get somewhere safe.
I did not get it. There's no way I can get it. Unless I'd use a trick, and I don't want to do that. I just want to fail this. So yeah, I only have 3 dice. I would have to get 4 successes to do it. So this is just going to be an automatic failure for me pretty much. So yeah, I fail that.
You keep running and you're trying. You're giving it everything you've got. You have not exerted this much physical effort. You don't remember how long. Trying to get away, and then suddenly you find yourself in a dead end and you turn around and you see the creature. Except there's 2 of them. One in the back has blood dripping from its mouth, and the one that's approaching you looks hungry and is about to attack. So what are you going to do?
So is this the monster attack?
Yes.
All right. I think I'm going to use my brains here, which is a 2, and I'm going to use some of my stuff. I got to use one of them. So I picked 2 stuff. I'll just go ahead and say what they are. Well, one of them was glasses. And then the other one was detailed plan to kill your boss.
What interesting stuff you have.
Fun.
So I want to get this. Have you guys ever seen the movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas?
No.
Fairly upsetting movie. I'm not actually recommending it, but he does sort of get this. If you could just find Google a picture of him, he gets this sort of glassy eye look at his eyes, and then he has the revolver. He has the Webley revolver. You didn't see him pick it up, but he did. He took the Webley revolver from his dead love, and he just is gonna fire the gun at the werewolves.
Prop budget cuts.
So with my stuff,
budget
oh my
cuts.
god,
Prop.
Prop
you
budget
motherfucker!
Negate the automatic hit gained by a character's use of stuff for 1 trait check. Narrate how their stuff fails them. There's no bullets in this gun.
What did I do to you?
We didn't
Alex,
have
what did
the
I do
budget
to
for
you?
You
that.
took my dice from me earlier. You
God.
chose me.
You just clipped your mic so bad. All right.
No, it was a good effect. I liked that.
Okay.
I could feel the passion, the heartache.
I can still make this though. It's technically possible using the brains. God damn it. It turns out I couldn't actually hurt a fly. I fantasized about it, but I'm never gonna do it.
Yeah, I picture like you pull the trigger, then you realize like there's nothing in it. Like if you're firing anything, it's missing, and the wolf just keeps coming closer and closer.
So, every monster has a special thing you do if someone gets wrapped. And ours is, whenever you spend a producer point, you must work in a reference to the pop culture phenomenon the werewolf loves into your description of using the producer point. So, like, you have to come up with some reason why Hello Kitty works into you not letting me use my stuff.
Because violence is bad.
You brandish the revolver, you level it at the creature, pull the trigger, click. You pull it a few more times, click, click, click. You open the chamber, and it just has a Hello Kitty branded sticker over all the chambers, and it says, "Violence is bad, don't shoot a gun."
The folks from Hello Kitty were like, no, you cannot use the image and likeness of our mascot if there are any gunshots in that film.
Yeah, you can have the gun, but they can't fire.
Knives are absolutely fine.
Yeah, Sandria actually believes that all children should be trained with knives.
How else are they going to butter their bread?
Or cut the apples.
So I'm down to two dice.
So would you have lost a dice for failing the body roll earlier?
Oh my god, yes. I think I'm dead.
Yeah.
Alex, how did you level 3000 play this game? How did you strategically play a game that doesn't have strategy?
So I think we see as you are attempting to like find a way out or like maybe bludgeon it with this gun, the last thing we see is the camera points at the wolf as it's crawling closer to you, and it lunges. And then we smash cut back to the hotel room.
I have like a weird scream. It's like, it's like a cat. It's like a cat screaming in an alleyway.
You go, ree!
Ree!
He does not read. That was a good one, Alex. Good throwback.
That's the chase scene. Are we in Act 3 yet? Because we have wrapped 2 characters.
Absolutely. Let's hit it.
So, director, I'm going to roll my 2d6 to see what the final scene here is. I got a 7, which is a monster attack.
Does it pick up as we've all reconvened back in the hotel room?
Yeah, like Jane smashes into the hotel room, and like Chuckles is still like over the toilet, and Chris is still patting their back, and is like, "Dude, did you get the crackers?"
There's a werewolf. I think the other 2 got eaten. We need to get to a church now. As much silver as we can get.
Oh man, did Raniel got eaten?
Oh god, it looks like Raniel got eaten.
Like, he finally found something that actually makes him happy. The writers of this movie are just assholes.
Complete
I don't know
assholes.
though. That kind of is a beautiful death though. Like if like he's finally happy. What a way to go. It would have sucked if he died sad, right? Ugh.
Are you holding up in the hotel room, or are you regrouping to escape the city of lights?
I think our best bet's probably going to get into, like, really, really big crowd of people, but then we also have to be careful to, like, not get separated, because if we get separated, we will get picked off one by one.
Yeah, but like, Chuckles is hella hungover, dude. We gotta get some crackers in this individual here.
I tried to drink some water and it just came right back up. And then all we had left was more wine.
Cracked open the Bacardi. That didn't do it either. So we need like some crackers for this guy. Otherwise, it ain't doing.
You could probably call room service and get some crackers.
Let's just, like, call room service and just be careful opening the door. If you hear any growling, don't open the door. I don't know exactly what rules these werewolves follow, but there's been too many full moons and it's late.
Chuckles would be like, I think if you don't invite them in, they can't come in.
This isn't my first time finding myself suddenly in a like in a horrifying supernatural monster situation, holy ground works for a lot of things.
Picks up the phone and starts dialing, and as we're like kind of has the like dials for room service, it has it turned away. Hey, like, what if we just like dug a hole in the floor? That'd make the ground holy, wouldn't it? Hey, yeah, room service?
Bring room service. How may I help you?
How
We're
dare you?
definitely not werewolves.
No, fuck off. I'm the director.
Hey, are there competing room services here?
That's right. Don't order from that chucklefuck. Order from me.
Do not listen to this imposter. I am the real concierge.
Only I have crackers, and I'm definitely not a werewolf.
Ooh, hey, that's exactly what we need. What if y'all raced up here? What if y'all raced up here to see who could get us the crackers the fastest?
Yes, you're on. Away. Click. Also, the click was French.
Click.
Le click. All right. In a very short amount of time, you hear a knock at the door.
Jane has been like frantically like getting as much salt as she can and like making a line, and then I do a second line a little further back from the door just in case opening the door breaks the salt line.
Chris very carefully tiptoes over the lines, manages to get around all of them, and then just opens the door. Doesn't look through the peek hole, just opens it.
Well, the first thing you see as your eyes travel up is a human body in a very nice suit with a tie. There is a Hello Kitty pin on its lapel, and the tie looks like an American flag. The arms are folded behind the back, and as your eyes make it up to the head, you see that this person has a wolf's head. Like a very, they're a very wolfish head. They're a wolfish man. But the rest of him is a much more humanoid wolfman than the other times we've seen a werewolf. So this is, I guess this is the American Werewolf in Paris. And he has like a little pack of crackers, and he hands you the crackers.
Hey, thanks, bud. And then shuts the door.
Like he catches it.
Oh.
And he looks at the salt line, and he looks at you, and he's like, come on. But he doesn't say it. He just has like a come on face, and he like just steps over the salt line.
Yeah, Chris shrugs and tosses the crackers to Chuckles.
And he's going to lunge for your neck, Chris. So this is the monster attacking.
So I'm going to use my trick here for my larger than life, which is overshadow. You can choose another character in the scene. Make your trait check. If they succeed, you succeed. If they fail, you fail. I'm gonna be like, hey, before we're like, Chuckles is really freaking hungover. So that's not gonna be any fun. I think Jane's really hoping for a vampire, so we should probably leave her to later. So like, what if we, like you and me, bud? What if we just like arm wrestled for it? You can like keep my arm if I lose.
He's gonna go.
Yeah, what are you staking though, bud? Like, I'm staking my arm and the lives of all my friends on this. Like, what's your ante into this?
He digs around his pocket and he takes out this like little card, and I don't know exactly what's on the card, but the card makes it clear that this is good for like one free like car service ride anywhere you want in the city.
Oh, sick.
So it's essentially like a way out of the city.
Well, radical. Let's get it on. Clears the table up.
I'm going to use my producer point to increase the stakes. Increase the target number to 5 for any one trait check for one player during a scene.
Whoa.
Can I actually, I'm going to use one of my stuff as we settle in.
God damn it.
As we settle in here and we start arm wrestling, right? And it's close. Cause he's jacked. And like midway through the tank top that he's been wearing just like explodes off, and you can see his six pack. It says beer or abs, your choice, but he is cut. You can see like he's got these little like tattoos of 2 wolves going underneath his chest, howling up towards his face, which I guess in this case is the moon, but just like absolutely cut as we are battling back and forth.
There are 2 wolves on you, and both of them kick ass.
Chuckles is gonna like look up from the toilet and be like, "Man, you look so good.
I know.
Do it for us."
So the werewolf looks down and he sees the tattoos and like kind of looks back, kind of confused as they're straining against each other. Chris looks in the eyes like, yeah, you like that ink? I got it after I got a little bit of work done. You see, I heard this old story. Old story's kind of racist, you know. It's attributed to a Native American, but it goes, this guy says to this kid, inside you there's two wolves. And one of those wolves, it wants all the good things, and the other one wants all the bad things. They're fighting all the time. And do you know which wolf succeeds? It's the one that you feed. But then I got to thinking, man, that story's bullshit. That's a nonsense story. Because yeah, sure, maybe inside of you there are two wolves. But you know what happens when you got two wolves? Because the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. And I tell you what, inside of you, there being two wolves, that ain't enough wolves. But if there's two wolves inside of each of us, I'm counting 2, 4, 6... I'm maybe even counting 8 wolves, man. 8 wolves, that's a pack. Forget about all that alpha stuff. That alpha stuff, that's wolves in captivity, man. As they're still arm wrestling, as they're just like still pushing against each other. That ain't natural, man. What's natural is, we don't fight one another. We don't establish dominance over one another. What we do is we help each other. And yeah, sure, I'm looking at one wolf, but inside of you there's 2 wolves, and one of them wants what's good, and the other one just wants to survive. But I think we can feed both wolves. All 8 of us wolves together, I think we can feed both wolves.
Then you hear slapping of feet down the hall. It's the second bellhop with a pack of crackers in his hand. He's like, well, this second wolf, you're going to be inside of him. And he lunges at you.
What?
He's a werewolf too?
Remember, there's 2 werewolves.
Alex, you are not the director.
Is this legal?
That wolf immediately, when it dives, it actually dives on top of a room service cart, and like it flies across the room, and he crashes out of the window and to his death.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
You get the sense that your words have reached the werewolf, but he's not gonna like just stop arm wrestling you. But you beat him. You slowly crank his arm down, and you put it on the table.
For the wolves. For the wolves.
Okay, maybe this isn't a horror movie. I think she's starting to think maybe the writer doesn't really understand how horror works, and she's okay with that.
You know what? Technically, we're supposed to keep going to all of you, but one person is dead. But like, boy, it sure seems like it would be anticlimactic to do anything else beyond that.
Yeah, that was amazing.
This werewolf stands up, gives you the card, bows to the room, and jumps out the window.
Okay, bye.
Can I hug you?
Come on, bring it in.
Your abs are so good.
Yeah, Jane's just will join in on the hug. I'm glad we went on this trip. And hey, we don't have to call anyone to let him know about Laniel.
Because he has no one. All right, so we do have one more thing we can do here, which is a post-credits. We're going to roll 2 dice. And if I roll doubles, there's a post-credit scene. But if I don't roll doubles, we don't get one. So a lot right on this.
Oh.
Good luck.
Oh, no, I thought it was doubles and it wasn't. But if you play this game, maybe you'll get doubles and get to have a post-credit scene. But that's an American Werewolf in Paris.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did do it.
Good job,
nice.
A lot of unanswered questions about the lore and stuff there, probably. Yeah.
Somehow manages to be less gay than the original.
Yeah, that was so much fun. Thank you. Thanks
for
so
having
much.
us.
This was amazing.
Tell everyone one more time where they can find Gamewoven.
Absolutely. You can find us on Twitter. We're also on Blue Sky. We're just not terribly active. At Gamewoven, just GAMEWOVEN.
Podcasts should be pretty much everywhere you find podcasts, and there's a YouTube channel that is mostly updated. I just sometimes get distracted and forget.
And you can find us on the One Shot Network now.
Yeah.
On the One Shot Network!
Yeah! One Shot Network!
Some other really amazing
Hey,
people.
I think you can find us there now, too.
Just give
Yes.
us. One shot.
I also have another thing that I refer to as a network, but it's mostly just me doing too many things over at Pseudonym Social, where I am like a one-person podcast network with my friend John, who I produce that show too, and I work on the Graveyard Tapes and Queen City Supers. The first one's an audio drama, the second one is a superhero spin-off actual play show, urban fantasy audio drama.
Also, thanks to Potion Cellar for letting us use their music in this movie's soundtrack. You can find them on Spotify, and they're Potion Cellar, like Cellar. They only have 3 songs, but that's all you need if you know what you're doing. And that's perfect for us. And actually, if you know of bands like that, like if you have a friend or know of a local band that has a handful of songs and not nearly enough plays on Spotify, we want to know about them. The world's full of cool bands like Potion Cellar that are hard to find because of the algorithms and shitifying everything. So we need your help on that front, okay? Everyone say bye.
Right.
Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye kisses.